Hello again. How you doing today? Okay, nice one. Today we are going to be looking at production methods. Okay, so this is business English, and then we are going to be looking at different types of production methods. Okay, so production method basically is talking about how products are made, and of course, in which form or how they are actually processed, depending on one organization to the other or one business to the other, right? So we're going to be looking at how, basically, we're going to be talking about those types of production methods, okay? The common ones, all right? Majorly the common ones. Okay, so if you can see my screen right now, I have a picture showing different kinds of production methods, different kind of ways of making products depending on from one factory to the other, from one business place to the other. Okay, so this is just to have a general overview of what we are going to be learning for today's lesson. Okay, during this lesson, we are going to check through. It's going to be a very brief lesson because it's not going to be as profound as I have in the slides. I'm just like making this note beforehand, right? So it's basically going to be an overview, and it's going to be a very brief lesson through, okay? Because this is almost a 1 hour lesson, but I'm going to slip it through within like 10-15 minutes, right? Just to give us a general idea of what we are going to talk about, which is the production methods. Okay, so basically we are going to be looking at the major ones, as I said earlier, and then it's going to be the job production, the batch production, flow production, and of course massive production. All right, the flow production and the mass production is quite the same. Okay, just have that before proceed. All right, so we're moving on real quick. Okay, so we are going to identify, as we can see on the screen, to identify different types of production methods. All right, okay, the first one you have on the left side, batch production. Okay, batch, we got job, we got mass production, of course we have flow production. Okay, so different different types of methods of which products can be made. Okay, however, we are going to be looking at those factors that determines, or what are the things you will consider in order to select a production method. Okay, it depends on the business. However, it also depends on yourself, what you are going to be making. All right, so different production methods tells or is actually going to be in line with the product that you want to produce, or the product that you want to, or the product you are producing. So the type of products that you are producing is going to tell, or that you have in mind to produce, is going to tell what kind of methods you are going to put in place. All right, so basically we got batch production, job production, flow production, and of course mass production. Like I said, mass and flow production, they are the same. Okay, all right, so I decided to put this there just to have you understand, just in case you don't see mass production, you only see flow production, so you know that it's the same. Okay, all right, so we're gonna touch these one to the other, all right, just to get through real quick. Okay, so the point, after saying through all those, then the question is, what is production method, right? What is production method? That should be a question. So we can see from my screen, I have a very brief and detailed information with regards to the definition of production method. So we say production method refers to how business functions, right? How your business functions, okay, is a production method. Okay, that is to say how your products are made, the strategy, the method you put in place in making your product, and of course how you run your business entirely. Okay, all right. So production we understand the fact that production refers to provision of goods and service, right? Making or creating goods and services. We will agree to that. Okay, and the pictures as we see on the screen is telling us or is showing us the different stages of production methods. All right, so we have the job production, we have the batch production, and of course we got the flow production. Let's quickly go through. All right, the first one I'm talking about is the job production. All right, the job production actually refers to the methods whereby the business owner decide, to use in his or her workplace. All right. So this is the type of production they actually use, all right, in making their own services and of course productions. Okay. So in this sense that you can see a tailor, all right, or stitches, um, making a hair product job in this sense, right? In job production, it's all about making an item before another one is being made. So you have to start a job, finish it before taking up another one. All right. Job production refers to that production method whereby an items are made individually, right? One at each time, one at each time. Then the next will fall in place later. Okay. So those who design dresses, those who make shoes, individual job production. Okay. They make items individually. All right. Okay. So the next one is batch production. All right. Batch production, we are actually familiar with the bakeries around, with the way, even if we are not conversant with the way they make their product, but from this lesson, we will have an idea. Okay, so batch production is all about making the same set of item, in groups. All right, so items are basically made together. All right, items are made together. The products are made together. Okay, so it refers to group of items that are made together. However, a baker, all right, a baker will bake a particular set of breads or cakes, make sure that he or she finish with the sales, and then make another one. Okay, he or she will not bake another one, okay, another set without unless she finished selling the first one she made earlier on. So what we're saying is in this type of production, products are made in groups. All right. The first batch will be made. Then let's say the first batch is got like 50 white loaves. So until she finished selling the first 50 loaves, another one, they're not going to go into the next production. No. Okay, so the idea is that they make the first batch, finish selling, and then start to bake another one, right? That's how it is. Okay, let's say 50 white bread loaves. Let's say maybe red or chocolate bread, another 50 loaves of chocolate bread or brown bread will be made. So once those are done, all right, once those are ready, and then the baker will stop production until she finish or he finishes the selling. Once they are done with selling of that or it's getting to a very minimal level, they will create or make another group of loaves, right? Just to put it up. Okay, mass production, all right? So like I said, mass production is almost is the same as flow production. As we can see in the picture, we have an idea already. It's a very big companies, and of course in the factory you can see lots and lots and thousands and thousands and thousands of product items are made together. All right. So in this type of production, we call it a massive production because items are not made individually. they are actually made together, all right, with large numbers of product. Okay. So these are actually peculiar to the bigger companies, all right, like Coca-Cola, got even the car companies, the car industries, all right, they go into massive productions. Okay, so they have a sophisticated tools and machineries that work this out for them. Unlike in job production and of course in batch production, whereby items are made successionally, right? Items are made individually in job production, and of course in batch production, items are made in groups, right? In specific amount numbers of group depending on sales. Okay, as a business person, you also have to put sales into consideration. If your business is really moving so quick and so fast, then you will have to, you know how the drill is. You have to, of course, follow the drill in that sense, and of course, base your production on your sales. Okay, so you cannot just continue producing without exhausting the first or the second batch you've made. Okay, so the idea is bake like 50-50, and of course, once those are getting out, like you have a few stock left, you can immediately start the other production. Okay, so basically in batch production, items are made in group. In job production, items are made individually. One is completed before another one will start. Okay, and of course in batch production and in mass production, products are made in very large quantities. Okay, using the machineries, you know, a very large numbers of bottles are filled using robots, using sophisticated tools to ensure that is done. Okay, and of course, another companies or another items that can be made in this form would also be water. The bottling companies, and generally the bottling companies, the car industries, they do a lot of even the telephone industries. They make large quantity of cell phones at the same time. Okay, all right. Okay, so now choosing production methods. Okay, you need to determine what kind of product you are going to be making, and of course, this is going to guide you through the type of production methods that you are going to put in place. All right, and also depending production methods. Choosing production method also depends on the size of your market. Okay, if you have a very large market, you can, even if you are into batch bread making, you can go into massive production depending on your market. If you got a very large market, you got a very large turnout of sales, then you can, based on maybe batch production with batch production, semi-flow production. In this sense, you will be able to make large quantity of products in the belief that your market is going to talk it out for you, right? Your clients are going to come through and of course buy everything within a very short time, so that at the end of the day you don't lose out. Okay, all right. So if you want to consider job production, you have to ensure that customers are actually based on individual needs. You understand the fact that a customer will come with different description of what he or she wants. So you have to follow that drill through to ensure that everything goes on absolutely fine. All right. And of course, you might want to consider batch production, like I just explained, to ensure that you meet up with your clients' orders. And then mass production, depending on what you want to go through or what you want to produce, right? So basically, this is going to be the end of the class. If you have any question, you can actually ask, and then we find this through, like, just to find a way to portray or to tone things up in a little form. Okay, now it's time to practice. Let's quickly go through what I have here. I just have three exercises, so as to just see how well we understand the class. Okay, so which of these is not one of the production methods. Okay, so which of this is not one of the production methods mentioned in the previous slide? The first one, mass production, batch production, massive mass production, several production, job production, which is correct. Okay, so for this question, the option that is correct here is several production. Several production is not several production is not what we talk about. Okay, so you rather say mass or flow production. You don't say several production. Okay, all right. The next one, mass production is method. Mass production method is the same as flow production. Is that correct? So you're just gonna be showing true or false here. Please throw one in. True or false? Mass production is the same as flow production. Yes, the answer is true because we say that mass production and flow productions are almost the same, so it's the same. Okay, the last one, which is correct about batch production? Which is correct about batch production? A, productions are made all at once. Production is based on massive orders. Productions are made individually, and production are made in group. Items are made together. So which will be the correct answer for that? Okay, the right answer is option D. Okay, so option D, in batch production, productions are made in group, and of course, the items are made together in batches. Don't forget, we're talking about 50 loaves of white bread, and of course, 50 loaves of chocolate bread. Okay. Okay, in case you got any questions, please put it forward, and then in the next class, we are going to talk about that, all right? We'll review it, and of course, we'll see how we can simplify just to trash it out. Then you can actually be on a pay side. Okay, all right, thank you. And please stay at home, stay safe, and of course, keep smiling. Business is good. Okay, all right, until then, see you again later.